We will be getting started briefly. Thank everyone for tuning in to Talking Rock. We're going to be getting started briefly in about a minute or two. Yo, 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 what's going on? Yo, this is Vitamin the Governor here, and this is Talking Rock Live. This is actually the first episode of Talking Rock that is live. Today, I got a guest all the way from Switzerland. This brother right here is representing the Bronx Boys Rocking Crew. He's representing the Mastermind Rockers, 16 Crew, and the Funky Force Crew out of Switzerland. This dude right here just got his master's degree. Not only is he can burn you on the Apache line, but he'll burn you in the academic world too. You know, my man, none other than Swiss Roc. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, yo?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, man.
Yo, what's going on, man?
Yeah, watch out for the academic burn, yo.
Yo, watch out for the academic burns, man. Yo, man, yo, it's been a minute, bro. How's everything on your end? How's life in Switzerland with what's going on in the world?
Man, everything is good. It's good to be here. Thanks for inviting, and thanks for everything you're doing. Man, Switzerland is pretty chill now. It's summer, like big heat. We can enjoy the lake, the rivers. Just came back from Spain, so now I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Where? Yo, man, so let's get into it, man. Let's go all the way back from the beginning. So, are you originally from Switzerland?
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Switzerland. My father is from Spain. He's born in Spain. And my mother is from here, but I'm born and raised here in Geneva.
Nice. And like growing up in Geneva, like for people that don't know Switzerland, I mean, the only thing we know is Swiss cheese, ironically, which is not even from Switzerland, right?
Swiss cheese, though, yo.
And it's not even Swiss cheese, yo.
Every time I see that in New York, I'm pissed off.
Yeah, I know word, right? So, you know, we know Swiss cheese, we know Swiss banks, but we don't know too much about like the culture of Switzerland. Like, talk to us a little bit about Switzerland as a country and how it was growing up there.
Yeah, so basically, Switzerland is a small country in the middle of Europe. We're really in the middle of Europe, but we're not part of the European Union, so we're out of it. And basically, it's a pretty wealthy country, maybe one of the healthiest country in the world. And what's funny in Switzerland is that it's a small country. We're about like 9 million people living there, but we have 4 official languages. So we have French, which I speak. It's a small region of Switzerland that speaks French. Geneva speaks French. We have German with the German part. We got Italian. And we have another one. It's a small proportion of people in Switzerland speaks it. It's called Romanche. It's kind of like a mix of everything. So yeah, man, it's cool in a way, but in another way, it's kind of weird because, like me, I cannot speak the other languages. You know, I've been learning German at school since I'm 8, but man, I cannot say shit. So you know.
Man, that's deep, man. 4 languages, 1 region. It's like, and it's very common in Europe for people to speak multiple languages, you know, as opposed to here where we like maybe you get like English and Spanish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people speak English. I mean, we kind of have to, you know, because when I go to the German part, I cannot speak German, so I speak English, you know.
Mm. So, what was like the first time you was exposed to dance or like hip hop culture, seeing like hip hop like dance in that format?
Yeah, so the first time I heard about the dancing, breaking, or b-boying, or rocking, as TBB says, it was my cousin when I was a youngster. He told me about, yeah, there are people doing crazy stuff on their heads and stuff, you know, it's dope. And at that time, I was looking for doing some activities after school, you know. So I was looking for breakdancing. I was like, okay, I want to do this breaking stuff. What's that? So I asked my mother to get me into classes, and she found a school. So I started doing it. But first it was kind of whack, you know, this studio stuff. It was kind of wacky, you know.
Yeah.
But I kind of liked that though, you know. It was dope, making different approaches and stuff.
Well,
At the same time, I was doing like capoeira and stuff, so I was like kind of trying to mix the both. And when I was older, around like 2009 maybe, um, my old teacher Phileas and his association, they did a camp, a hip hop camp, you know, for 1 week and stuff. And he introduced me more into like hip hop as a culture and stuff like that. So since that time, I just wanted to explore more deeper into hip hop, what hip hop is, uh, what is a culture and stuff. So from that time, I just wanted to go to New York to meet the origins and to understand more about the culture, you know.
where and talk about that trip to New York, that first trip. Like, how was it? You know, got off the plane and this is New
Yeah,
York, man. Like, talk
yeah.
about it, man. That first trip to New York.
So there was in 2014, I went to New York for 6 months, 4 to 6 months, just after my high school. You know, I took like a 1 year break between high school and university. So I went to New York, and first I told my parents, yeah, I would go there to learn English and stuff. But they knew they knew I was dancing, so I went to an English school there while I was doing the breaking and stuff. So yeah, man, I arrived there. I was pretty young. I was 18 at the time, 18 or 19. So I had like one contact, a guy from Geneva. He gave me a Slex's contact, you know. So I communicated with him through Facebook, and he's the one who introduced me to this whole like New York scene, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I just arrived there, and I wanted to know everything. I wanted to meet everybody, like different people and stuff. And when I arrived, I had one I just wanted one thing. First it was learn breaking, you know. I was like, okay, I gotta be a dope b-boys. Okay, I will meet like some OGs and stuff, but I just want to be a b-boy. And the first week I went there, I went to a jam in the Bronx, in this boxing club in the Bronx. Like it was a jam organized by TBB and Chief 69. And
Yeah.
there I saw like Ringo, Floor Phantom, Chief, and all of them, they were like doing rock dance, you know. I was like, yo, fuck b-boying, I want to do that, you know. So
And like describe that moment when you saw them rocking. Like, what was it about the dance that stood out? I mean, up until then, how many years were you involved in more of the breaking community?
at that time it was about like 6 years. I was really into breaking, you know.
Okay.
And I've seen here and there like some kind of rocking stuff. There was a guy in my city who we used to hang out with, Wari, you know, Wari
Yeah.
the warrior. So he had some basics, you know. I was like, okay, that looks cool, but I don't really know. I saw some videos from Born and stuff like that. I was like, okay, that looks cool, but I was trying, so you know, like everybody who doesn't know how to do that, like I was trying to do some burns and stuff. And when I arrived to this particular event, man, I saw the style, you know, to me was so pure. I think I've seen like the best, like Ringo and Floor Phantom and Chief too, you know. So I was like, man, this is so raw. This is like so stylish, like Ringo doing like freezing in his jerks and stuff. I was like, man, too much style, too much energy, and I could see like the essence of the dance, you know. When I saw that, I was like, man, I just want to do that. And then
Nice.
I asked Slex, okay, so how can I learn that? And he told me, yeah, Mastermind and Ringo, all of them, they have practice every Friday. So,
Triskelions.
so yeah, yeah,
Triskelion studio up there. Yeah, that like we used to practice like what, like 10 o'clock at night too. Like
yeah, yeah, it was like pretty late
1
actually.
o'clock, 10 to midnight, something like that. Like
Yeah, and then we go to dinner and stuff. It was dope.
going to like the practice now, like transitioning from now you saw the dance, it's inspired you, you want to get involved. The time period between that and you going to the practice, what are some ideas you had in your mind about rocking
Mm.
based off just what you saw? Did you think, man, I'm gonna be able to catch on to this a little easier? Or like, what were some ideas that you had in your mind?
Mm. You know, when I was a b-boy too, I was looking for style. You know, like to me, it was like, okay, style is something really like hard. You need to practice hard style to get like when you move, it looks like you got it in yourself. You know, like it's not practice, but you need to develop it from within. You know. So when I saw like Ringo and Phantom and all of them, I was like, damn man, like the style is so pure. I believe it takes so long to get it. You know. So first I was like, okay, I will go to practice and I'll try. And first, you know, in the beginning, I thought it was just like jerks and burns and stuff like that. I didn't know about like all the freestyle things and stuff. And when I get to the practice, they told me, yeah, you know, you get freestyle. And then I saw like Ringo, even you were there, and all people like doing freestyles and stuff. I was like, man, this is so cool, you know. But yeah, at first I was like, damn man, they got it, and I want to get it as they have it, you know. So.
Word. And talk about the practices. Like, how did you like the practices? Like, what were some moments? What were some things you learned in there that influenced you and took you on this journey to rock?
Yeah, man. I think there were so many talented people there too. You know, like. So first, I walked in like alone because Slex told me like, yeah, there are a practice over there. Just go there, it's Friday. He barely gave me the address, and like for 2 weeks, I went to the
area,
to the area, and I couldn't find a spot. So I was alone in New York. Like I spoke English, but barely. You know, I was like, damn, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't find it either.
Yeah, right.
It's our crew.
Yeah, right. So like a closed door, like. Man, I was like, fuck, I know it's here on my GPS, but there's nothing there. So then I finally found the spot, and I saw Ringo. I was like, yeah, that's the guy I met. That's the guy I wanna look like in a way, you know. And then there were Mike too, and you, and Goody, and I was like, man, yo, that's dope. Because okay, they all have the same basis, but they develop their own style, you know. And I was so impressed with the creativity. I think that's something that impacted me the most, you know, like the creativity. And I could see like the props and stuff when people like were throwing arrows. I could see the arrow, the guns and stuff. I was like, man, this is like just pure creativity, you know. So that's what like I found it the more impressive, and what made me want to do it more, you know.
And like speak about the training, like I think Mastermind trains very hard. We overly train.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I could think about myself when I got into it, like doing all those drops. You know, even as a b-boy, you're conditioned, but it's a different type of conditioning to do 100 jerks in one session or 20 or 50
so
drops.
Tiring, you're
like
real.
Talk about that. Like, was it easy for you to adjust on a physical level, or was it a different type of physicality for you?
No, it's really different, you know, because when you're doing breaking, b-boying, like it's more your upper body that like develops more, because you're really on your hands, your legs too, but it's more like you support with your upper body. And rocking is a lot with the hip, with the thighs, you know, the legs. So when we got to do like these drops and jerks and stuff, and you had Ringo like screaming, down, 1, 2, 3, down, 1, 2, 3, down. I was like, oh fuck. It was like a small room, like super hot, you know, like the floor get wet because everybody was sweating and stuff, man. But it was really like motivating, you know. It was like rude, but that's what I wanted, you know. I knew I was in there for a few months, and I wanted to like do the more I could, you know, the most I could. It was dope.
So coming off of, you know, practicing with Mastermind, going to the Triskellian Studios, going to McCarran Park around that same time probably too.
Yeah.
Like now you're going to the ciphers again. Now you're going to jams. Were you starting to immediately incorporate what you were learning into your stuff, like when you were cipher and stuff like that?
Yeah, I was.
Or were you still like hesitant and you wanted to kind of get it all down?
Yeah, it's hard. You know, I was practicing, like when I came back home after practice, I was like practicing again and again every day. I was trying to practice, master the styles and the moves and stuff. But I won't lie, man. When I went to the first event or the first party, and when I was seeing like people rocking, and I was like, damn, you know, like it's a serious thing, you know. So if I go there, I know I will get called out or burned and stuff like that. So at first I was hesitating, and then I was like, man, that's the way you learn, right? So I just trying with the little I had. I was trying to go into Apache lines or stuff like that. And man, I felt great actually. You know, like I love this energy, this atmosphere. Even if I get like burned so bad, I was like, man, that's dope. You know, it's a real conversation and stuff. So even if I was whack, man, I was doing it. I was trying to do it. You know,
Yeah,
because I
it's a
love
good
that.
experience.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
like, what can you recall like your first, not like at a jam or competition, but just like in that time period? Like, can you recall like your first stepping in front of the Apache line in front of someone, and it's like you got to go in there now? Like, what was that? Like, do you remember the person who it was, or like that party? What party it was? A jam or?
I think the first time I went, it was, I mean, in practice too, you know, because in the practice, like most of time, like at the end or in the middle of the practice, like they were doing Apache lines or stuff like that. And like Ringo and Mike, they wanted like to test the skills from the beginners, you know. So they were like, okay, you go against him, you go against him, and da da da. And you know, at first you don't know what to do, how to do, and you look like stupid, you know. But maybe the first battle, I think the first time it was, I think it was a jam. Maybe you organized. It was like
Rock with
God.
Gods?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And I danced the first round against the guy, but he couldn't like dance so well. You know, I think it was a beginner too. And then the second round, I went to against Yas, you know, from Zulu Kings,
Yeah.
and he destroyed me. But because I was a beginner, you know,
Mm.
and that day I felt like, okay, this can be serious, and like, but I like it because I could do some blocks and stuff like that. So it was dope, man. But
Yeah. For someone that was new, you held your ground. You didn't get you got beat,
yeah,
but you held your own. So that moment solidified something for you that it's possible. I just got to take it to the next gear.
yeah, and I thought at that time I was like, okay, like I'm new, but I can feel I can do better, you know. Like for breaking, I was breaking for many years now. It was like, okay, like I know I will never be like a top b-boys, you know. Like I got my moves, I got my style and stuff, but I know I won't be like a beast, you know. I mean, I don't want to though. And in rocking, I was like, okay, I can see I can like be better. I like the energy, I like the stuff, and I feel like I'm kind of have it in myself, you know. So like, okay, now I could experience. I know that's what I want to do, like more seriously. Now it's my responsibility to get better and better and better, you know. So it was a good test for me that day.
And like going back to Switzerland from New York after spending that time at the studio, at the McCarrans, going to the jams, going to the Cortona Parks, that whole New York experience and meeting
Yeah,
everyone. Like going back to Switzerland, what was in your mind?
man, it was hard, you know, because I experienced like something really deep, I think, in New York, and when you come back here, like, yeah, I can explain what I lived, but people won't really like understand it, you know. So I was like, man, the transition will be hard, but finally, eventually, like people were interested in knowing more about what I experienced. They were interested about knowing more about like rock dance and stuff like that. So the the transition were like softer than I expected. Even though like I was like, man, I think I was maybe the one of the only one who really experienced like New York so deep, you know, because people went to New York, so they could understand, but they went like for 1 week, they got like one or two practices, maybe went to one jam and stuff, and yeah, me, I could like meet some OGs, like go deep into the culture and stuff. So it was hard, you know.
And also, because you're part of the Bronx Boys Rocking Crew, it's like you had the best of both worlds. You had a lot of Bronx history. You was around a lot of Bronx history, and then subsequently you were around a lot of Brooklyn history.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that gave you a dual perspective on things, which I can
Yeah, man,
imagine it benefited you greatly.
I was blessed, you know, like for real, my experience went further than I could like even expect, you know. I met the Bronx Boys, they go so deep into the Bronx history and stuff. Then I met like Mastermind, and they go so deep into like the Brooklyn history and the rock. Because okay, I won't lie, for me Mastermind is the best crew in the world, and I could like have this chance to be introduced in this crew I was looking up to, you know. To me it was the best, and they accepted me in the crew. So to me it was like, man, it was dope, you know. So they could give me like their little secrets, you know, their little like skills, and it was dope. And yeah, with TBB, man, the whole history, it was deep. So yeah, when I came back here, like, man, it will be hard, but I wanted to bring what I learned into my city and trying like to develop something from there, you know.
So it took time for people to be receptive to the information that you were trying to bring over there.
They wanted to learn, but I think it's hard, you know, because people are into their things, into their dance, and I think it's hard like to change your whole approach, you know, when you've been dancing for so long. And plus I was young, you know, at that time I was like 20, 21 maybe. So also it's hard like to go to people and tell them like, okay, but maybe this is not really true, like what you're saying or what you're doing is not so easy, you know.
Yeah.
So I do like little by little, but I got props from other people from Geneva. They wanted me to do like workshops and stuff. So people were receptive, you know. They were not like against me. So it was cool. It was better than I thought, you know, actually.
Word. So you spoke about it briefly, man. You said that, you know, you wanted you were able to get in and learn and talk about that. Like talk about getting down with Mastermind Rockers, the process that you went through to get down, and then your experience within the crew. Like how did that? Because now when you're in, I feel like when I was, you know, when we were at our height, I felt like the '96 Bulls, man. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Luke Longley, Tony Kukoc. Like I felt like we had a roster that I don't think anyone could have rivaled at that point.
Yeah.
Like me, you, Remy, Goody, Jackie, without even Ringo and Mike on the line. Just the younger blood. I really feel that we had a really good thing. So talk about getting down with Mastermind and how that influenced you.
Yeah, man. As I told you, for me it was like the dopest crew in the world. They were like the best and stuff, you know, like watching Ringo, watching you, Goody, all of them, Mike, all of them, and it was dope, you know, like damn, those guys are so good, and now they accept me into the crew. So I was happy, but at the same time I got some pressure, you know, because now I have their name on my back, you know. So if I'm whack, the whole crew is whack. So I need to be good to make the crew looks good. My name doesn't matter, you know. That's how I think. For TBB it's the same, for my crews it's the same. My name, I don't care about my name. What matters for me is the name of my crew. If my crew is good, then my name will be good too, you know. But now I have their name on my back. I need to be 10, 100 better than I am today, you know. So to me, it was just like the beginning of the journey. It was like a step. Okay, now I'm accepted by the best. Now I get to prove I'm worth being with the best, you know. And yeah, man, I wanted to make the crew proud, and I wanted like to take my dance to the next level, take Mastermind to the next level. So I kept practicing. I kept communicating with Ringo, Mike, and all of you guys. I was coming back and forth to New York, and yeah, man, being Mastermind was just the beginning for me. You know, it was just the first step, and now I can go further and further. You know.
Word. Like talk about that day you got your shirt at McCarran Park. Damn, I should have pulled that video up.
Man, it was
talk
dope,
about that day, man. Talk about like the process. You know, did you have to you battle like 6 of us or 7 of us, right? Like back to back to back to back to back to back to back.
Yeah. And plus, like in Mastermind, you don't become like a full Mastermind straight up. Like first, after the 6 months, I became a junior Mastermind for 1 year, and then I became a full Mastermind. You know.
Mm.
So yeah, man, for me it was a blessing for real. And like I got my shirt, yeah, man. And now I'm in the crew, and it was dope, man. There is a video, I think, when I became the full Mastermind.
Yeah.
We did like a showcases, and then I go at the end. it just popped up like a few days ago because it's been like 5 years now. I'm in MMR. So yeah, and before we just like dancing the whole time like for hours, and finally I get officially put down with crew. So it was like a huge moment for me, you know.
Where, man, I can imagine. When you speak of Mastermind, you know, we really got to speak of the two figureheads, you know, Mike and Ringo. Like, how did each of them influence you, and what did you learn from each of them, like, respectively?
Yeah, so basically at first I think I was more tuning with Mike, you know. He got me really into like into the burns, the short burns and stuff. And then Ringo, he told me more about like because you know Ringo is very funny when he's teaching moves, you know, with his counting, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like 1, 2,
3, yeah, yeah,
and 4, and he has like an 8 count stuff. Like,
yeah,
yeah, okay. So Ringo is more about like the feeling and the flow and the form, and maybe Ringo really developed the style. I think he developed really the MMR style we're doing now. So he was like the the main guy I was looking up to, you know. And then Mike, he got deeper into the move, into like the short burns, double, triple, quadruple burns and stuff like that. Really like the strategy in the dance, you know. And then Ringo came and gave more like pieces of the puzzles and stuff, like to bring everything together, the freestyles move, all the bouncing and stuff, you know. So yeah, they were really like complementary, you know, like one they go together, and they help me a lot, you know. So yeah,
word.
the
And
Ringo way of teaching is
yeah,
dope.
it's very unique, and it's like a man from like Rocky, you know, like you don't really
Yeah,
know
yeah,
quite what he's doing, but just listen,
yeah, man. I could
just
watch him
listen.
like for hours, you know, like just watching for hours, listening him, his stories and stuff. It just like even that, man, it gave me like so much inspiration and moves and you know and ideas and everything, you know. Right? I think both are really like Mike is so creative with the burns, you know. I think
Yeah,
he has a billions of burns and so many ideas and stuff, you know. So it's dope,
yeah,
man.
technical, very crisp and technical, Mike is. Um, so you know, now you're in Mastermind Rockers. Um, you're back in Switzerland. In Switzerland, you guys did this event, Summer Breaks, and
Yeah,
you were
right.
able to incorporate rock involved and get rockers from all over, from various parts of the world involved in this thing. Like, talk a little bit about that event and how you guys put it together and how you were able to implement the rock, and just talk about some of the highlights from that event.
Yeah, so basically when I came back, oh yeah, that's on the pictures. So here you have like a Zenino, Andra, and Jordan. You know Jordan from BX.
Yeah,
Jordan?
yeah. Shout out to
Yeah,
Jordan, man.
came into the event. So when I came back from New York the first time, what I wanted to do is like develop the rock dance in Switzerland and in Geneva particularly, to have an event and so the people could see what the actual like rock was. Because when I came back, I was the only one rocking there, and when there was an event or a party or everything, I was like working in the ciphers, but I was alone. So it's very different to see like one guy rocking or a whole event with the people going at each other and the crowd getting crazy and stuff like that. So to me, like having an event, it was the first step to have people like more involved and understand what this dance is, and not just like throwing burns and stuff like that, you know, like the cocky stuff. But this is a whole stuff. So there was a guy, Vega. Now he's in my crew. He was organizing the summer break with Riddler too, with a DJ from Geneva, and it's been like a few years they weren't doing it, like outdoor sessions and stuff. And Vega wanted to do a bigger event, so we met, we discussed, and then he was like, "Yeah, but that would be dope to have rock dance into the event, you know." So we worked together. He trusted me, so I could invite like people from different countries, like Ringo Kulkane, Goody Kulkane. I got people from Russia, like FT Grinch. I got people from Poland, like Kostek, Andy, Boschna. Swimo came too, you know. So it was a really good event, and he trusted me to make the event as I wanted to, you know. So it was dope, and from there we got the event. I think the crowd and everybody, they really like enjoyed that, because it's not really easy. Even like, it was an outdoor event, you know. So we got people who were not at all around like hip hop culture or anything, and even them, they could like enjoy the dance and they could feel the energy. So for me, it was like the mission was complete, you know.
Word. And like you know, when you bringing an event like that to your country and to your community, what was the response from the community after that event was done? Were more people interested in the culture? Did people have more questions for you at that time?
Yeah, as I say, it's a bit hard, you know, because after that, people could see, and then I could give like, I've been like asked to do like more workshops and stuff like that. But it was really hard, like to really build a whole community, you know, because people, yeah, that's an event I did for a big event here, the Groove and Move, and at that event I invited Remy to come too, you know, so we could teach together. Um, so yeah, it's hard like to get people really into it, but I think it's the same in every country actually now. Like, you got people who came like maybe once, they love it, but then you don't see them like coming back, or even with the b-boy from the scene here, you know, like, okay, like, yeah, I like the rock, I like this and this, and then you show them like one move, one workshop, then you see everybody like throwing burns, but they don't come back to the practice, you know. They just like want to put burns into their dance, and that's it. Like, they do something that looks like rocking, so like, okay, now I can do, because we have the freestyle part that looks like top rock. A lot of people think they don't need to practice it, you know. They just need to practice like some kind of burns, some kind of jerks, and that will be good. So it was hard like to really like have a big community. Now I have people with me from my crew, Funky Force Rockers. We practice like every week together. Every Saturday I organized 3 sessions, and so now basically this is my crew rocking, and we try like to show up at events and stuff like that to get more people interested. With the summer break, we try like to organize workshop and stuff like that to have more people involved. But I won't lie, this is hard, you know. It's hard like to have a
Yeah,
strong community.
it
But I
is.
think it's the same in every country actually, you know. It
Yeah,
will take time, it takes time, but I'm sure now rocking is getting more and more popular, you know. I'm sure people will be more into it, you know.
yeah, yeah. It definitely takes time to build
Because
that
now, you
type.
know, you can earn money out of rocking, you know. With b-boying now you have sponsorships and stuff like that, but rocking is like really small. It's still small, so
Yeah.
I think people, they don't see like the, you know, they want to earn money, they want to get
Mhm,
the cash money, the prize and stuff like that.
mhm.
So, but I'm confident it will like get better and better. Like, now we have more people rocking, more countries rocking. So yeah, man, little by little, it takes time.
Little by little, word, man, word. And yeah, it definitely takes time to build a community, and we're gonna strive for that, yo. We definitely gonna strive for building a better rock community, man. So
Yep.
let's get into some battles, man. Like, you know, after you got put down, you really started making your rounds, traveling amongst Europe, to what was going on in Europe, in Poland, in Russia. Where you made it to Asia too, right?
Asia, no, Asia. I went to Taiwan before Jackie's wedding. So I
You
met
still
his crew. I
still
met
got
his
it
crew over
into
there. Yeah, I met his crew over there. We rocked, and actually, like Taiwan, some guys from his crew were fantastic. They came to Geneva in 2018 for our event. You know,
nice.
but yeah, I want to explore more Asia. You know, like now I know Gumi Rock is doing like great stuff in Japan, you know. So I want to go there. I want to meet the Japanese rockers. I want to burn them bad, you know.
Word. I like that. That's the attitude.
And I want to battle the best, you know. So when
Yeah.
I see a guy popping, okay, so that guy looks good, man. Waiting for
Yeah,
the time
please.
I'll meet this guy, and
Word.
yeah.
So talk about the battles, man. Like, what were some of your most notable battles to you? Like battles that for you really stand out for you. I mean, I saw your battle with Kostek on a boat. Was that on a boat?
Yeah, it was a bowl. It was at the it was at the summer break. Like we had the after party on the boat, and like the
Okay.
DJ was doing like rock classics and stuff. And yeah, there were ciphers, and then like just it happened, you know. Like I think, I don't know if Kosek went and I went after him, or if I was rocking and he went after me. But you know that's how it is in rocking. You know, you go
Yeah.
into the cipher and
That's
of
it.
course
That's,
you have
yeah.
someone coming at you, and that's the dopest thing actually. You know, but it was a dope battle, man, because it was in front. It was the first summer break, so it was a front of my people. You know, from people from my city, and they could see that I was doing it. I was doing it quite good, so they could see, okay, I'm a reliable guy there, and they could see the energy. So for me, I loved how like he jumped to me. You know, to me like it was like the best thing he could do. That was a dope. That was a dope battle. And then maybe the first time I went to Poland, maybe 2015 or 14, I think it was the first time I met the Russians over there too. You know, and so it was the first time I could like rock other people than Mastermind or people from New York, because this is still a small community, and you
Yeah.
know, like you rock against your crew, but then you need like to battle other people. So this event, the Rock and Roll anniversary, I could meet the Russians, the Polish, and other guys, and it was really dope. You know, same was like ciphers and people going at each other, different approach of the dance, and this was really nice.
Where?
And yeah, man, every battle is dope. And in Czech Republic, the jam organized by Streamo, we did the 3-on-3. It was just a cipher, and then it happened to be Ringo, Goody, and me versus I think it was Gnome, Grinch, and FT. You get the picture on the social media, and
Where?
that was a good battle because I think For the Rock is one of the best crew now. Mastermind is the best crew now, so we could like battle each other, and it was really nice. There's no video though, but
Yeah.
it was
The best battles is always no footage. That's
because
in
people are
the that's
watching. They were not recording. They're watching.
that
You know,
in the rock world. In the rock world, you ain't see no video of no battle, no final battle. It's like, who won the final battle? We don't know.
yeah, right. Yeah,
You know?
some guy,
Somebody
some
won,
people
right?
had
But
it on some computer stuff, but
we don't even know who won, man. So, like, what did you learn through your battles? Like, what did each battle teach you? I know for me, when I battled Kostek in 2013 Mastermind Anniversary, that battle taught me to slow down. Like after that battle, and I watched it back, I said,
it's in the park or in the
the
park,
one
right?
in the actual battle
Oh, okay, okay.
in the finals, it taught me
Yeah.
like all right, slow down. Like you're moving way too fast, bro, and you're burning too much. Slow down. Like what did each of your battles teach you? Like did you look back to see like, oh, okay, I like that, or
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
man,
yeah.
I gotta stay away from doing that, or
Yeah, man. Everybody is like, and sometimes you feel good in the battle, and when you look at the video, you're like, man, that was horrible. That was bad. That was bad.
word.
Like, so, no, man. Every battle is interesting because I like to rock with different people, you know. So experience different styles and different ways of thinking and different ways of dancing. So you have to adapt to the craft of the other guy or the skills and stuff like that. So yeah, every opponent is a good opponent, you know, and I prefer to battle the best because when I battle the best, have to give my best, you know.
Word.
And but yeah, man, every battle teaches you something, actually.
And
Uh, yeah.
what do you feel like took you there to like the limit? Like what do you feel really made you work on that Apache line, like, or that battle? Like, what do you feel really took you there as an opponent?
What? Oh, I don't know, man. When the guy is really creative, you know, like, and I feel like the other guy is leading the battle. I'm like, fuck, I have to wake up, you know, because now I'm looking kind of stupid, just following the other guy. And I have to like work more on my creativity, and I get to go into it, you know. Sometimes I think I take the battle like too softly, maybe. And when the other guy is like is putting a great show, I'm like, okay, now I have to wake up and
Yeah.
I have to go into it and burn and be more creative and react and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I'm better when the opponent is good, you know. I kind of adapt the level to the other. So if the guy is kind of whack, I will be kind of whack too, you know, like So yeah.
And like, could you think of anyone that particularly that stands out as someone that really was like a tough challenge for you?
Top challenge.
A tough challenge.
Mm, yeah, I mean, I won't say everyone from Mastermind because of course, but like in other crews, Kosek is a tough dancer, I think. Boshna too is a tough dancer. I think I've lost against her like in every battle I did against her. Like I think I never passed her. You know, so she's a tough
Yeah,
dancer.
she's your Thanos.
Yeah, exactly, man. But one day I got you, Boshna. One day. Then who else? I think the Russians are pretty good. Duck was a good good dancer I dance against. And yeah, man. Then you get people like Hamdi, you know, from France, because he's really like strong. Like he's really getting like into you, like getting like really close, and he's big, so he get like big hands and stuff. So those ones are good battles and good people. I like to rock again. Like they are good challenges, you know.
Where and like in terms of like your style, how's your style progressed from like the beginning to now? I could say that like for myself, of course, when I think this speaks to a lot of people. When we first get involved with rocking, we're really intrigued by the burns. Like
Yeah,
we burning like the ovens on, the microwaves on, like we light everything on fire. We want to burn everything.
yeah, that's
But
true.
you know, as time goes on, for myself, I really got more into just freestyle and listening to music and listening to all different types of song and seeing
Mhm.
taking a more of a minimalist approach. Like, how has your style developed from
Yeah.
where you started to now, and like, how do you view burns in relation to freestyle, in relation to jerks?
Hmm. Yeah, so I think at first I was just like you know, you just want to burn, and like maybe too much, and then it can look like kind of weird from outside. And then I learned to chill, you know, like more dancing and trying to burn at the right moment and be like, I think now like I'm cleaner with my hands movement and stuff like that, you know, with my hand gestures, and I try to make my burn more clean and more creative too, you know, and to trying to have like some weird, no, not weird, but creative burns, and to make it really clear so the people can understand what I'm doing, and at the same time it's being more chill with like some acceleration in it, you know, like I can burn slowly and then boom boom boom, and be more able to control my speed and the rhythm too. I think that's what I'm working on right now, and that's what I learned from the beginning to now, trying like, yeah, be more chill, trying to develop my freestyle too, because I think that's something I still need to work on. And yeah, trying to be, I think I'm more I get better with my jerks, trying to do like different jerks, different angles of the jerks and stuff like that. So yeah, learning to take the time and not rushing, but be able like to, okay, now I chill, and when I want, boom, I can go faster and stuff like that, you know. So
Yeah,
yeah,
word up. Do
coffee.
you?
That's for Ringo, coffee.
Yeah, yo.
Shout out Ringo.
Speaking of Ringo, like besides the OGs, your immediate OGs, Ringo, Mike, of course, you know, Fano, Spin, like the crew, like Mastermind Rockers. Who are other OGs that influenced you watching them, or even if you spoke with them or talked with them or trained with them? Who are other OGs that have also influenced you,
Mm,
if any?
yeah. OGs. Then well, of course, some other people from TBB, you know, like, but more about the breaking part and the history. Even Bomb 5, you know, like he has his own like perceptions and stuff. So he's someone influenced me a lot. Batch, of course. Um, and then I look other OGs, but yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Any Mastermind, actually, I won't lie. Like I respect other OGs. I look at them dancing, but I like their style. I respect the styles and stuff. Like I like to see different style. For example, when I see King Up Rock, I love his style and it's dope, you know. But I won't say this influenced me, you know. I think
yeah,
that Because to me, yeah, man, the mastermind style is really the style I like and I love, and that's the style that influences me. Then I respect the other styles, even the guys from BX. Like the freestyle stuff. I kind of like the style. Like the fancy style. I can incorporate it into my dance, but I won't say like they influenced me or anything like that. Just I respect. I see it exists, and it can like seeing that it exists. It gives me more confidence that mastermind is a style I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like watching there are different styles, different borrows and stuff. I'm like, okay, I can see, but the style I like the most is mastermind, and I want to learn even more from mastermind. But again, the other guys, yeah, man, like even Papolov and all them guys, like I respect the style and I love the style. Yeah, as I say, King Artwork, I love the style, respect the style, but I won't say like they influenced me or anything like that.
Where I could dig it, I could dig it. Um, let's talk music, man. Like obviously coming as a b-boy, we're used to the breaks, we're used to the mixes, we used to, the loop drums, and now we're talking about whole entire songs. Sometimes songs that you never heard really until you got involved with the scene.
Exactly. You didn't
Like
even
the
know there
whole
was
thing.
another part.
Yeah, like yo, what part is that? Like,
Yeah, right.
so
What
like,
remix is that? Is it remix?
yeah,
No, man. It's the
yeah, that's the
one.
original.
Yeah.
So talk about that, like their transition into like they're into music, and like what songs did you gravitate towards? What songs did you really like rocking to? What are your like top three rocking songs like you enjoy rocking
Yeah.
to?
So yeah, man. Talking about music, yeah, it got me like rocking got me deeper into music. Like as you said, when you're b-boying, you're just like the break beats and the mixtapes and stuff like that, just samples of music and some weird remix into that and stuff. And in rock dance, you have like the whole music and funky music and groovy music, soul music. Like man, it's just dope, man. Like and now I like to search new music, like music you don't hear so much, because man, in rocking we heard too much the same
Word.
sounds.
Yeah,
So, but they're still powerful. When I hear like Apache line or the Mexican,
yeah,
it's still strong. Like it's just like okay, I can feel like
yeah, yeah.
man.
You don't get
But
tired.
yeah, we need more new music. And actually, I think that's something a props I get to give to FT, for example, like bringing other songs to event and stuff like that. Go deeper into the music and looking for songs and put it into jams and practicing new music, and that's dope because of him we can discover new musics. Then my favorite music,
Yeah, like
uh,
top three tracks
top three
that
tracks.
you personally like to dance to.
Yeah, man, there is a song like it's called Jacaranda. It's a chill song. It's from Luis Banfo, something like that. I think it's a Brazilian song. It's really chill, and this one I love because it's chill, and at the end you have a break, which is really dope. Then I love Life on Mars. I think that's one of my favorite ones too.
Word, that's a heavy
Uh,
song.
but those are not really like a battle song, I will say. For
Yeah,
battles, and I think yeah, I won't be really original, but man, Apache, I think it's the still the heat.
the drums on that song,
But
man.
yeah,
It's
then I
like
have song I don't know. I don't even know the names. I just listen them and like, oh, that song is dope, but I don't remember the
yeah,
names.
me too. Like this is shit. This is a song that goes. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know the name of it, but when I hear
Yeah,
that,
right.
it's like, yo, that song right there.
That's dope. Oh,
If you,
or the Johnny Pete, like the Chef in Africa and the
oh
other
yeah,
song. Yo, Johnny Pete is dope, man. I
yeah,
love.
yo, if you know the name of that song, if you're out there and you know the name of the song that I just tried to sing, please email me that name of that song,
Yeah. And
man.
also, I created playlist on Spotify. I think the name is called like a rock dance something.
Really? Is a rock that
And
playlist on Spotify?
So the name of the well, one of the name is rocking, and you have like about like 150 sounds, and the other one is like battle rock dance, and this is just like a good song for battles because you have a good breaks and stuff like that.
Wow,
So
yeah, I
yeah,
gotta check that out. I'm gonna
I
check
can
that
I
out
can
definitely.
maybe I can put it on the rock dance is here page or something like
Word,
that.
word, word, word.
So yeah.
Like wrapping up, how's everything in Europe? I mean, obviously this has happened, but prior to the major worldwide pandemic happening, how did you see the European scene progressing with rock? I mean, over there you have For the Rock,
Mhm.
you have what's going
Europe,
on in Poland, you have
yeah.
what's going on in your city, you got what's going on in France. It's like uh, a big kind of like a continental, like a little union of rockers, European
Yeah.
Union of rockers, the EU of rockers. Like, so how did you see the scene progressing in Europe? And did you feel like now you're representing Switzerland, that you're like another piece to that
Mhm.
landscape?
Yeah, man. I think rocking in Europe is getting getting good. Like we have strong crews and strong rockers. Like we have the Polish guys with Kostek and Rock and Roll. They're doing great jobs. They're all really dope. You got Russia, of course, probably now the biggest country for rock dance. You have, I don't know, like hundreds people rocking over there. Then you have France, like you got Remy over there doing his things, with Hamdi doing his things, both dope. Swimo with the Czech Republic doing his stuff, her stuff. Sorry. Now I saw like Italy is getting more and more rocker.
Matteo, shout out to Matteo out there, and shout out to Elio out there.
Yeah, man, and they're building their stuff. And I think what's good in Europe is like we have good connections. Like we know each other, we friends with each other. We go to others' events and we talk with each other. And I think there is a good community and a good unity too. That's something that's really really dope. Like we can all go along with each other. We support each other. When like Cossack is throwing an event, like you meet everybody, like we all met all the time, because there are not so many events. So when there are one event, everybody gather at the same spot, and everybody go together to rock, we dance, we burn, and after that we have a beer. We go to restaurant together, we party together, we get drunk together,
Where
and yeah,
that
man. I
Ray
think Europe.
nephew.
Yeah. Yeah, you owe me a bottle though.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah, 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 man. So yeah, I think Europe now it's really nice, like few events, but good events, and that's all, man. There is a good unity, good rockers, we're supporting each other, and yeah, man, that's nice.
Word, man.
Cool.
That's dope, man. I really like to see that you guys are progressing out there and working as
On
far
my
as
way.
unity and stuff like that. And that's dope to see, man. So, you know, well, we're not OGs. We're young still, but we're seasoned to a degree. Have a couple years in this. We've been in battles. We've had the pleasure of building with OGs. We're in this. We're in the trenches. What are some things that you notice that from like the newer generation of people coming up that you feel like is not really the best things that's going on in the community rocking?
Yeah, man. So I think a lot of people who wants to look like someone else, like for example, to me now there are like three main rocking styles in the world. When I see videos and stuff, I can see three styles that, like, when you look at people dancing, you can say, okay, this guy looks like this, or like this, or like this. So to me, there is the Mastermind style. Then you have the Dynasty style with For the Rock, for example, that took it to another level, but it's like the Dynasty style. And you get the Ready to Rock slash Seven James slash DVD style, kind of. I
Yeah,
think like Phantom, Vix, maybe Born. I mean, all the RTR from New York, they took it from Seven James and they took it to another level, and they really developed the dance. And I think that the three main styles. And when you look at people dancing now, you can say, okay, so this guy wants to rock like him, like him, like him. If he's a student, it's good. But if he's not, like, I see too many people like mimicking the dance without like understanding the dance. So, okay, you can do a move. It looks like the actual move, but it is not, you know. And I think nowadays, like with all these technologies and stuff, you can reach the OGs and dancers and stuff. So people need to ask more questions and stuff like that. I know in some countries they cannot travel to the other countries. They cannot invite OGs to their countries. But now you have like videos and stuff like that. So I think it's also a duty from the OGs and from us to share what we get, because we had the chance to meet the OGs and to get the information from the OGs, and now we get the mission to pass the torch in a way. But yeah, man, I think now that's something like, and also I think it's really interesting what Tiny said just like recently on the page. Like the OG need to be like honest with the new dancers too, you know. Yeah, man, if a dancer is whack, you need to tell him he's whack. Don't tell him he's good because you think he can invite you to some event or stuff like that, you know. That's really important, because this dance, even though this is an old dance, is getting back just recently to the world. And we don't want to rocking happen what happened to breaking, for example. You know, breaking like some whack teachers giving classes. The breaking, the essence of breaking is just disappeared, you know. And now
Yes.
in rocking, we need to preserve the rock. And I think what Tiny said, this is really correct, you know, like, okay, and this is for us too, because now for example, you who is older and stuff like that, people who got a name into the dance, we need to be honest, you know, not
Yeah.
mean, not like mean to be mean, but mean to help other people. And we need to be like, okay, now you whack, but you can be better. But not thinking of, okay, if I tell him he's good, I put him with my crew, maybe he will invite me and blah blah blah. No, man, that's not how we work. So it's both sides. From the guy who knows how to rock, they need to teach the right way, and from people who wants to learn, they need to go through the hard way, and not just because like you look like someone, then it's okay, you know. Um, so yeah, need to do more research and accept that you're not good. It's not because one OG or one guy tells you you're good, then you're good. You just always need to learn, and you need to prove on the line, and you need to go against people, you know.
Word, word up, word up. That was well said, man. That's that master's degree right there. Speaking.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
For me, it's I'm gonna address it at some point, but I definitely agree. It's several problems, and there is a lot of divisiveness and like the nepotism that aids in that, because, like you said, rather than the motivation be to actually want to teach a young man or young woman how to rock, you're looking at it from the back end of this person's from Brazil or Switzerland or China or Germany, and in the future they're going to invite me to X, Y, and Z, and I'll be able to fly out and stuff.
Mm.
So they're kind of playing the long game, and
Yeah, yeah.
which is controversial, debatable. Get it how you get it, whatever you want to say, but it does do a lot of damage because
Yep.
there's been a lot of fake endorsements in the past, and what are those rockers? Let's keep it real. But that's neither here nor there. Let the people know. I mean, we're like coming off a pandemic, and there's not much going on, but let the people know where they can find you if they need to see something, if you got anything you're working on. Like, how can the people stay in contact with Swiss, aka El Poeto, aka Guy?
Oh, word. Yo,
How can the people stay in contact with you? Or
yeah, man, like have an IG, Instagram, but like as I was telling you before, like if I don't know you, if I never met you or something like that, sorry, I don't accept requests. I need to meet you first, or at least like have a
chat.
connection with you in some way, and then we can like maybe build. But you can follow the Funky Force Rockers page on Instagram. The name, the exact name is, I will tell you right now. Yeah, I don't have it here. Anyway, Funky Force Rockers. You can find it on Instagram. This is the Instagram of my crew. We're more a hip hop crew, a 360-degree hip hop crew. So we have we do graffitis, rocking, and stuff like that. So you can follow this up. And yeah, man, follow the Vitamins page. Follow the Rock Dances Here page. Follow Mastermind page. Follow Apache Line page. Rock Dance Rusha page. Rock Greek Park page. Every rocking page that exists. Just go there, find the informations, follow people, ask questions, and yeah, sometimes I post a video over there so you could see me rocking.
Word.
Yeah.
Yo, it's been a pleasure, Swiss. But before we depart, man, I just want to tell a story, man. I hope you don't get too embarrassed by this story.
Yeah.
But you know, I used to DJ a little bit at a undisclosed location that had some bikers involved.
Oh boy.
And you know, I was doing my thing on the Wheels of Steel, but I was also blessing people with some fire water on the low. Some of that Ray and Nephew.
Yo,
and
that shit is
when we celebrated your birthday, we were celebrating something, right?
No, I think it was my farewell party. I was living in New York maybe the week after or something like that.
So, you know, my man Swiss is in there getting it in, and I look to my left and I just see commotion. And you know, I'm playing was it Just Begun? Maybe Just Begun, or maybe the Mexican. It was one
I think it was the
Mexican,
something Mexican. Like that. Yeah.
So I'm seeing people rocking. So of course I'm like, I just hear I hear normal stuff like the but then it goes like to and I'm like, what's going on over there? I can't really see because I'm the DJ. And I look, it's Swiss and one of the bikers are going in. I'm talking about touching each other.
Man.
Muay Thai fight, like. And if I'm looking like, yo, I can't really stop it because I'm DJing, so I'm looking to see who's gonna go, but I'm enjoying it at the same time. And
man, I was too drunk.
Man, that was a memorable moment, man, because
those
dope. Guys, you know, when we first did the DJing there, the reason they even wanted us there is because we had did an after party for a Flow Royalty crew, and when I was DJing, I was throwing on the classics. They couldn't believe it. They were like, yo, y'all still do this? Yo, this is still going on?
That's dope, man.
We got them hype. You know, when y'all used to go there and we used to be in there and rocking and people popping and stuff, we used to get them so hype. So that always stands out to me, that farewell party, because
because of you, in a way, because you gave me that Ray and Nephew stuff, man.
Yo, the Ray and Nephew, man, Jamaican rum, 100.
Yo, that got me hyped.
Yeah,
maybe too much, but yeah, it was a good memory though, man. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was.
I don't know if I would do that again now.
Yeah, it's true. But that was an epic moment, a fun moment. No one got hurt. No fight happened.
No, it was dope, man. They're cool people, though. You know, they're cool people.
It was
because I think I went way too far, and still they were cool. So you know,
still was love.
Yeah, man.
Yo, Poeto, bro, it's such a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming on Talk Rock Live.
Yeah, man. Thanks to you for inviting me, and yeah, man, it's a pleasure. It's a great stuff you're doing here, like interviewing like people from different ways, different sides, and stuff like that. I think it's something really important. I'm really happy I could like take part of it. So yeah, man, thanks to you, bro.
Word up, yo. What's going on, yo? So this is Vitamin the Governor. Like Poeto said, check out the Rock Dances Here page. You can either go to the Instagram or the Facebook, but go on both because they're both dope pages. Follow me on Instagram, Vitamin the Governor, Vitamin Vision TV. Please follow, like, subscribe, and share. Don't be a hater, bro. I'm not a hater. I'm not hating on anyone. Don't hate on me, man. Try to help everyone out over here. We just try to have some fun. So yeah, just stay in contact. You know what I mean? Every Saturday, Washington Square Park. We got Rue out there with the gang doing the music from about 6 to 10 o'clock at night. Check that out if you're in the city. And there's a whole host of other things popping up. And I want to tell everyone, keep your head up, stay strong. My condolences to all the victims, to everyone that's being affected from the worldwide plague. And Peace out, yo. This is Talking Rock. You can stay on Poeto for a little bit. This is Talking